How are you? All right, let's go ahead and scroll up. Today's question of the day is, if you could spend a day with a book character, who would it be? Hi, Sigrid. Sigrid says Harry Potter. Very nice. Question today, the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. To spend it on birthday with, I don't know. He'd probably drive me nuts. That's awesome, though. Hi, Dawn. Pamela. Hi, Pamela. She says Harry Potter as well. Let's see. Scrolling on down. Oh, it's telling me that my countdown is done. Oh. Fix that a little bit. I actually almost forgot to set up this webcam before we started, and so I was trying to eyeball its position because I had moved it today for the reel that I did. Okay, I think we're good now. Anyway, let's go ahead and see. Ev, hello. Ronnie, hello. Emily, hello. Let's see. Marilyn, hello. Angela, hello. Sue, hello. Cindy, hello. Let's see. Megan, Leslie, hello, hello. Okay, I think, oh, and Dawn, hello. Yeah, I think I got everyone. If I miss you, I apologize, but welcome everyone. How is everybody doing? It's Friday. I gotta tell you, I'm glad it's Friday. You guys here on Wednesday, you heard what I did to my foot. So that's been super fun all week, but it is, thankfully, since it was just like a really deep bruise, it's already starting to feel better, which is good. Sorry, I'm just trying to get that over a little bit more. There we go. It's already healing up better. I am off crutches, no cane, no nothing, just the boot. It still twinges a little bit, but should be good to go by next week. Nice. Let's see. Ev says, depends on my mood, so I can't answer it. That's fair. That's fair. Hi, Marcy. How are you? You to finish dinner? That sounds good. Yeah, we did Chinese dinner, actually. So we had a nice, easy Friday dinner. Let's see. Color time. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I know what your actual name is that you go by, or what name do you prefer to go by when it comes to the streams? I was trying to remember. Let's see. Hi, Sherry. Well, today's picture is this one. And you're like, oh, who's the illustrator for this one? It's me. I'm the illustrator. This is actually the page that if you are a member of the YouTube channel, there is a monthly, hi V, there is a monthly free coloring download. This was this month's, and I did kind of a Zodiac themed one, so she's Leo. But in the title, I was like, gosh, I'm so bad at titling pages. I can never come up with a good name for titling pages. Like, I want to draw the page, and I want to finish it, but I don't want to name it. Is that a thing? I'm pretty sure it's a thing. There's got to be other artists out there who don't enjoy naming their things, you know? Like, I feel like I should name it some really deep thought, like the girl who wandered the woods and found a squirrel. I don't know. I'm terrible at it. That's good, Ed. Sarah, hello. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and color this one today. I've been wanting to color it, but I just haven't had the time. I was going to put a poll, but I was just like, I've been wanting to color this and I haven't had the time to do it. So we are on to a new page. So it seems like a perfectly good time to do it. So as far as how we're going to color it, because you see that with her face, she's got a little bit of kind of like a lion's features with her nose and the way her eyes are. So we're going to be incorporating, I've got a few Google reference images up here just on my other screen. If you literally just Google the word lion, that's what I'm looking at. So I really like the idea of some of the lion manes where it's like darker on the edge and then it fades into the light brown. So that's what we're going to kind of do with her hair and her little, what would you call it? I'm just call it her shirt. It's not her shirt, but it's her little thing that she's wearing. But I did it so that it's kind of fur, and I tried, like, in my head, I was like, oh, so it should be similar to a mane, but the way that I drew it, it just looked like she had like a grass skirt on her shoulders, and I was like, huh, okay. Wait, what is this? Like your channel number? Marilyn, that is brilliant. Ooh, I'm gonna do it. On nakedness. It took me a second to try and figure out how to pronounce that. I mean, it's true. She's not. I mean, we're very modest. This is ultra modest Leo lady. That's perfect. Well, for what I want to do for it, because it's tied into the Zodiac, here is my idea. So I have the Ohuhu portrait set of alcohol markers, and then I have the marker affines. Now, when you think portrait pencils, you don't necessarily think of marker affines, but I've been trying to cycle through pencils that I have that I haven't used. And I haven't used these ones in a while. So I was like, you know what? It's oh, Gandalf. Oh, that's a good one, Angela. Ooh, yeah, that'd be fun. I also feel like it'd be fun to spend time with Data from Star Trek. Or Geordi. Geordi, he's the chief engineer. He could fix anything I needed him to fix, right? Like a handyman for 24 hours. I get Geordi. That's all I'm saying. No sleeping for him all 24 hours and anything's fixed. But we're gonna go ahead and color her kind of the colors that, you know, we're gonna have her skin tone, but it's gonna blend in with kind of a lion's fur kind of tone. And then because it's a Zodiac, I also have, and I didn't put them in the description, but if you go to Arteza, you can find them. And if you use Emily, wow, I just blanked. Was it Emily Illustrator 10? I think it's in the description, the code. My brain is blanking. It has been a really long week, guys. Oh, that's right. It's not a book character. Dang, I flubbed my own question. Okay, then I would want to hang out. Let's see. I'm reading The Way of Kings for the umpteenth time right now. I think I'd want to hang out with Wit. If you've read that series, The Way of Kings is spread across, it's called the Cosmere, which is basically the same universe that all of Brandon Sanderson's books are in. But this one character, he makes an entrance, a presence. Can't think of the word. He's in all the books. Basically, he can world jump, and so he's got a character in all the books, and so it'd be cool to spend a day with him. Okay, you're better. Did you take her off? No. She'll be on here for the rest of the month. She won't go away until September's comes up, which I am in the middle of working on. It's going to be strawberry themed along with the sticker club. But what we're going to do is we're going to create like kind of a galaxy thing with stars with the soft pastels. It's the Arteza soft pastels, the 72 count. Let's see. Laughed at your silliness. All it was, it caught me off guard. Okay, so we're gonna set the pencils to the side for now because we are going to be doing just markers for just a bit. Because we're gonna do that as kind of like our base color. I have this printed out on the Nina cardstock. It's wonderful, it's thick, it's great. I do, however, have another sheet of slightly thicker paper. It's also a Nina paper, but it's not as thick as this one. As you can see, this is a little bit more stiff. We have floppy paper and not floppy paper. That's how I will be describing them from now on. So anyway, these are the colors that we have here. Ignore this. I think I was trying to figure out my own references, but this is the swatch sheet for our colors. So that is what we're gonna go off of. And if you've heard anything about Ohuhu's recently, both like Sarah Renee Clark and Jazza, they've both been like, Ohuhu's are the best. And I think, who got deleted on membership? No one got deleted on membership. I think she means the picture. Which weight of Nina paper? Exclamation, blah, blah, blah. I can't talk. Exclamation point Nina, N-E-E-N-A-H. And that should bring up the correct Nina paper. It's the one in the yellow package. That's the best one. All right, because I don't actually remember. I want to say 120, but I don't think that's right. But yeah, that link should be there. Oh, Strider, Aragorn. Aragorn would be good. But I don't know. Like, I don't have any orcs or a war for him to fight on. So I mean, would he honestly be happy sitting around my house? Like, wanna play some video games, Aragorn? I'm super exciting. At least with like Wit, I can world hop, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, so we're gonna start with the Ohuhu colors. Now, if you look up pictures of a lion, you can see they've got this darker line, which I've already put on her eyes, but just underneath their eyes, it's a almost lighter, I wouldn't say that it's white, but it's a lighter beige color. So my issue is a lot of these colors are like very yellow, very pinky. I think milk white will be a good starting color for us just because it's our lightest kind of in-between color, like closer to beige than it is yellow or pink. Hi, Aspie, how are you? Hi, Christina. Okay. That might be awkward as I I have Steve. At least maybe he can world hop with me with wit. So we're gonna go ahead. I have these sparkles on the side of her head. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Because again, I was bringing in a lot of the kind of astrological kind of galaxy stuff. So we're gonna go over this initially, but what I have on the side here, my gold is empty. I need to get another one of these, but I do also have the bronze and the silver, which is what I definitely want to use for the stars out here. I also have like this gold acrylic marker as well as the Sparkle Pop gold glitter gel pen. So we have a few things to embellish the little sparkles and everything. But like I said, what we're gonna start with are the alcohol markers. So let's see. We're gonna grab Milky White because we're going to blend, but then we will fine tune it with pencil. And I'm kind of hoping if I can stay on track, Milk White, here we go. If I can stay on track, I'm kind of hoping we'll get this done in one night. Let's see. So for her skin tone, we'll do Milk White. We'll do, I think, hazelnuts. Let's see, that one is YR209. There it is. Okay, hazelnuts. You're good. Yeah, she would just wonder if it was still up there. But yeah, whenever we have the free downloads, they stay up for the entire month. And then whenever I upload the next one, usually on September, you know, the first of the month, unless I got distracted or just straight up forgot. It's usually done by then, but then it's like, oh crap, I didn't post it. Anyway, whenever the new one goes up for the next month, that's when this one comes down. Awesome, Angela. Okay, and if anybody is watching back or whatever is following along and you get it done and you post online, please tag me. I would love to see it. Honestly, this has become one of my more favorite portraits. I feel like each time I do one, like I get more and more happy with it. Okay, so Milk White, hazelnuts, and then let's see. I don't want to go super yellow. I want to do like a slightly cooler brown, which is why I'm thinking yellow ochre. Because if we're going from hazelnuts, Buttercup Yellow, first of all, these names, I'm telling you, like, if I got a job as someone who created the pencil and marker names, I would rock that job. Thanks, Angela. Let's see, definitely yellow ochre, which is YR29. Now not 29, YR9. I only have just the portrait set. So if you have like the full sets, I'm not quite sure like which ones come in it. I did see that. I know there's a lot of people that are really excited about it. I think I'll have to wait and see what people's flip through, because if it's like, I don't know, you guys know me. I'm more of like a happy rainbow, fluffy bunny, buttercup yellow kind of person. So if it's too spooky, then I'll probably pass, but I do love his books, and I find that I can't say that I've never finished one of his pages anymore, you know? Send a list of things for Artisa's class. There you go. Be like, Artisa, we could rename some of these for you. Well, actually, the classics don't even have names. Those are just, what, letters and numbers, if I remember correctly? Okay, so we have the yellow ochre, we have the hazelnuts, we have the milk white. Let's grab the Buttercup Yellow. I kind of like that better than the thin persimmon. I mean, she might want a little bit, let's see, where's Buttercup Yellow? We might want a little bit of pink just to give her cheeks a little bit of rosiness, but we're kind of doing this whole half lion, half lady kind of deal. Okay, that's thin persimmon. I want Buttercup Yellow. I also feel a sneeze coming on, but it may disappear. Let's see, where is Buttercup Yellow? All right, hang on. Am I crazy? Okay, let's see. I need to get like a legitimate case for these. Of course, I don't know. They'd probably get really full really fast if I had them in a case. Okay, is it not here? Did I put it somewhere? Anybody see it? Am I completely insane? I mean, well, maybe don't answer that. Because that may make it our decision for us if it's not here. I bet you I used it for some sort of one-off and like never put it back. Terracotta, primrose, barley beige. Ah, Buttercup Yellow. I found it. I found it. Ooh, that would be so pretty with watercolor. Now that Nightbot message, I changed that to be updated. Oh, but you know, I didn't do, hey, can somebody do me a favor? Make sure I change it. Type in ! membership. Because I think I changed the command, but not the timed message. Because I changed it up. All right, well, let's start, because we'll do a little bit different colors when we come to her hair and her, why can't I think, I have a word in my head for this. Not headdress, that's not correct. What would you call this? Like, my brain is blanking. Okay, see, there, that's what it is. I need to change the timer text. Yeah, that's the thing. You can refill Ohuhus. And I'll tell you, like, I've been getting on Arteza about refilling theirs, and I honestly haven't bought any more of the Arteza ones. If you were to, that's out of focus. If you were to ask me now, I'd probably say go with those. I love the Arteza colors, don't get me wrong. And there's been no yellowing at all, but it's so hard to get the singles. Yeah, there we go, blur, blur. It's so hard to get the singles, and they have plans to do the refills, but they haven't done them yet. And now Ohuhu is here with their very budget-friendly markers. And I haven't had, like, let me go grab real quick, that Christine Karen book that I did, that was one of the first times that I used these. Now, anybody who's had yellowing with their Ohuhu, how long, where is that book? Like, how long did it take for that to show up? Okay, am I in stage? Where is that? Well, I mean, I probably am a little. I must have put her book somewhere. I was doing something with it because it's not sitting on the shelf for whatever reason. Anyway, I haven't had any yellowing on that particular page. Oh, there it is. I had it next to me, of course. This is why I need to put my things away. I say to myself, like, all the time. You've never had any yellowing? Yeah, see, I've only heard about the yellowing. I haven't experienced myself. Also, has it been long enough since we did a Christine Karen? Could we do another Christine Karen at some point? I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, craving a little Christine Karen. Although now I'm realizing that sounds weird. Let's see, that one. Yeah, I think I did this one with Ohuhu. And I haven't had any yellowing. Like, it looks great. I don't know, the back of it looks just the same as any other. I don't know. I was really impressed with it. Oh, I still have, I think, yeah. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff I can do in there. But we are here doing this one today. So let's get started. Don't have them displayed with, yeah, I guess mine usually stay in the books or in the binder. I don't usually have them out. Okay, so we are gonna start with Milk White as our first color here. There we go. And I have evening coffee, you guys, only because it was 7 o'clock, or no, it was like 6:50. It was after dinner, and I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna go, yes, to Christine Karen, right? I know, right now, then I'm just like, I really wanna do one of her page. But it was 6:50, and I was just like, I'm gonna go rest my foot, I'm gonna go lay down in bed. And then it got to the point where it's like, oh, I should set an alarm for 7:15 because I'm feeling sleepy. And then I was just like, oh, this is not a good idea. So I'm like, all right, that, and I was craving ice cream, and we don't have ice cream, so this, you know, helped my sweet tooth. But I was just like, I need evening coffee. Let's see. I do have a question about Staedtler, if someone does not mind answering. Is it normal for the color pencils to break so much and so frequently? Which Staedtler pencils are you using? Let's see. The only yellowing I've ever seen with markers is with the Shuttle Art markers. Okay, and hi, Rennie, how are you? So if my hands were a little all over, that's probably why. Okay, so let's go ahead. It's been a while, like I said. So let's see, for the lighter part, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in. And if it's not as light as I want it to be when we add the rest of them, what I can do is I can use the blender and I can lift some of that ink a little bit. So we are just gonna do a flat color of this color, one layer first, and then we're gonna go in. But you know, Christine Karen was really the one that got me interested in attempting portraits again. And coloring her work really helped me a lot when it came to figuring out where my shadows should go, not just with my drawing, but with my coloring too. Also, I'm really excited for next month's stickers. Like, I've been working on them. I haven't printed any of the other ones out, so I haven't shown any sneak peeks of them online or anything, but they are gonna be absolutely adorable. I'm really excited. But I also really like strawberries, so that could also be it. So when the markers go down, they're definitely a little bit darker at first, but they lighten as they dry. And even if it's a little bit streaky when you put it down, it's okay because they're going to be blending other markers with it. Oh, diamond painting again this weekend because I got silly. More time means I need to get one done so I can justify it. That's awesome. Yes, I saw that, but Renee, that was such good pricing on those pan pastels. Are you kidding me? If I had seen that, I would have been all over it. Same with the distress inks. Like, no, you have total validation. Like, you would have like lost money not buying it. Like, right? Yeah, 40% off. Like, I would have been all over that. Are you kidding me with how expensive they are? I did briefly think about doing the pans for this one, but I knew I wanted to fiddle with pencil on her face a lot, so I was just like, maybe not quite. Okay. Exactly. Yeah, you can't not get them. You're saving money by purchasing them because you know you want to purchase them later. And so, like, to not take advantage of the deal now, I mean, yeah, I'm right there with you. If I had seen that, and I mean, it's those little local shop finds that you see and you're just like, oh, snap. It was just like with my metallic Prismacolors, those ones that are discontinued. I got those from a little hole-in-the-wall shop in the middle of Colorado. I called them and had them ship them out to me. But sometimes it's those local places that really just blow you away and you're like, did I just stumble on like basically pirate treasure? Absolutely. Hang on one second, chat. St. Louis has a new art supply store, right? Yes, super bargains. Like you can't not. And it was it like a 10th anniversary sale? Okay, she looks so pale right now. We're gonna get you fixed up, madam. Okay, how do I want to do this? I've got the base color down. Just need to figure out. I don't think we'll jump right to the darkest color because I haven't quite decided how dark I want to make it. Okay, our next color is, so I did milk white. We have hazelnuts, yeah, so hazelnuts is the next color. Now this is where I need to slow down a little bit because I hadn't quite thought completely through how, oh my goodness, look at this. I completely skipped a spot. This is what happens when I have coffee too late. When I first read that, I thought I read it as I drugged Alex, and I'm like, wait, what? I mean, what? Oh, do they really? Yeah, thanks, Sarah. I realized, I was like, oh dear. Maybe she just put sunblock in that one spot and she's just, you know, very pale. It's like when you're putting on sunblock, but you like have visible like fingers where you missed it. Okay, so now we're gonna do hazelnuts, and this is where it might start to get a little nerve-wracking because we're going from a really light color to essentially a pretty, a Virgo girl one day. I had to look up what all of the signs were. Like I know mine's the ram, and actually I have a really cute idea for the ram one. What's the animal that goes with Virgo? Okay, so I want to leave this spot under her eye a little bit lighter, and we may soften that blend, but it also comes down a little ways if you look at kind of any of the lions. So we're gonna start just by going like this. Just trust the process, okay? We're gonna trust here. So I'm looking at lion faces and kind of basing my dark colors on that. So we're gonna definitely get some of this up on her eye, and then we'll bring out the milk white again and we're gonna blend these edges. There you go, it's a reflection, absolutely. Okay, and then on the nose, let's see. Do they have lightness around the tops of their eyes? I am not seeing consistent lightness. So we could do a little bit here and leave a little bit of lightness there. Like I said, I had an image of how I wanted this colored like when I was drawing it, but I'd never actually like sat and thought about it for a complicated long amount of time. So I'm kind of just trying to make the vision come alive a little bit. We'll see how well we do here. Ah, Jamie Fraser, there you go. Marcy, are you keeping up on the new stuff? I'm so sad that they are stretching this so far out to 2024. Like, you have them filmed, you're just doing a money grab gimme now. Give us the rest of our season. We basically got half a season, and now the other half is just gonna be sitting there waiting for us to watch it. I mean, come on. Okay, so a lot of like they've got where their mane kind of comes down, but she's also not a full lion. So we're not gonna copy the colorings exactly, but more kind of inspirationally. So we're gonna continue with this color. We may not even use our darkest color because I mean, it is skin tone. We don't want it for this particular representation. We're not trying to go too dark. I know, right, Jenny? And you know that they're done with it. Like, it's done. They're just waiting. They're just doing it on purpose. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe when it comes out, we'll be glad that they waited because once it's out, it's over. And in the meantime, I can always, because I guess this last season is going to be centered around her book, Go Tell the Bees That I'm Gone. But it's really interesting because, like, the book series isn't done yet, and I know that they've gone off script a bit for the TV series, but I'm curious how they're planning on ending it since there has not been an ending for the book series. I mean, we all kind of know how that went with Game of Thrones, and now George R.R. Martin probably isn't even going to write the rest of the season, or not the season, the rest of the book series, which I'm pretty sure he's not. I think that was an announcement that he's not doing it. Awesome. George from the Time Machine. I feel like, is that the movie with the big time machine thing with the big dial on the back of it that spins, that kind of looks like one of those Louisiana boats that, you know, runs through the bayou with the big fan on the back of it? Okay, I know she looks weird right now, but just we're gonna trust the process here. Trust the process. All right, so let's grab Pastel Peach. We're gonna add in one extra mid color, just seeing how dark that is. I wanna make sure that we get this blended. So we're gonna do Pastel Peach, which is R118. That's the chisel side, we want the brush side. Okay. And we are going to blend those edges. Okay. Can always look rough until we get everything all blended. And then remember, we're adding pencil on top of this as well. Just didn't want her to be too pinky. We may even break out a little bit of Primrose, but you see how it kind of thins out the ink a little bit and softens those edges, which is good. But with markers, sometimes you can get the kind of quicker colors than you would otherwise. The Nina, exclamation point Nina. He traveled through the world wars to see a young lady named Nina from over 800 years in the future. Oh, very cool. Red Buttons was great in the movie. Wait, Red Buttons. I think I need to go watch it. When did you see it? Came out in 1960. Oh, that's gotta be classic, man. The Doctor Who, every time I think like of older shows, I think Doctor Who, just because, you know, it came out in the 60s, I think, initially. And so a lot of times I'll think back to that era. And they did a replay of some of the, like, the quotes and everything on the BBC social media. And it was just like, made me all nostalgic. And I gotta tell you, I cannot wait for the return of the Dr. Donna. I am so excited to see what they're gonna do with that. Okay, so this is pretty pink. I think I definitely want to go over with the Primrose a little bit. Let's see what that yellow does for it. Again, we are still building our way up a little bit. Oh, really? Interesting. Let's see. Primrose, or sorry, Primrose. There is no I, it's Primrose. Okay, so we're gonna use a little bit of Primrose. We're gonna go lightly because I just don't want it as pink, you know? It's pretty yellow though. Oh, that's very yellow. Okay, well we need to balance that anyway, so we'll do it all on the left side. Again, we're going over this with markers afterwards, so just, you know, this is the ugly teenager side, you know? I'm always like, please don't judge it before it's done. It's so yellow. All right, let's grab the, yes, Doctor Who, I'm so excited. Milk white. Believe me, she will balance out, I swear. We're gonna get there. At this point, I might as well go over her crown completely. It looks a lot more yellow to you guys than I am seeing in real life, too. I can always post a much more accurate picture of it when it's done. Because I swear it's not that yellow. I mean, it is a little bit, but... Okay. I know, right? Channel my inner Belinda. Exactly, exactly. But it's permanently gone and would never... Yeah. That is true. That is the date of today. All right, pastel peach again. Or wait, no, I used hazelnuts. I want to try and stick, because these other ones I'm realizing are going to be entirely too dark. So, let's see. This one is the hazelnut. Okay. Even though I feel like that yellow was a bad choice, I'm going to do it again to here. That way it stays consistent so that when I fix it, they don't look too different. Sometimes you just got to embrace the chaos and just keep rolling with it. Alcohol markers are surprisingly forgiving. If this was water-based markers, I would have just been like, well, guess we're reprinting it. Oh no, really? Oh man. Well, see, I love markers because they can help get your colors so quickly. I do feel like the Artezas did blend. I feel like they do blend a little bit better. But you can tell, we'll flip it over. I mean, you know, Nina paper's thick and it looks like that. Hasn't quite bled through to the paper behind it, but yeah. If you are doing alcohol markers in a coloring book, it most definitely will bleed through. And this is where the pencil parts can come in handy because we'll be able to get a little bit more subtlety in the browns. And depending on where we're at with this, let's see, those are the R2s. Do I have the Marcos? I thought I grabbed the Marco swatch sheet. Maybe I didn't. I thought I had it out. The Marcos don't have a ton of browns, so maybe by the time we're done, I may switch the pencils we use, but we'll see. I had to past night, went with the chaos. I gotcha. Yeah, there's a... Oh, 30 years ago. I was gonna say now? Just like, oh, I think I clearly missed some news. Although I did hear something about there's some sort of tropical storm going on right now. I don't know. I've lately not been looking at the weather because I'll be honest, every time I look at it, it's like, oh, Texas is on fire, by the way. And I'm like, oh, thanks. I wasn't aware of that at all. Oh, Lord. We had one day where it was under 100 that day and it was flipping glorious, but it was one day. Okay, let's see. For her mouth, the way that I drew it, her upper lip is a little bit darker than her lower lip. Hurricane headed towards the west coast. That's what I was, yeah, it was like closer to Mexico, wasn't it? Okay, thin persimmon. Did I get that out? No, but I do want to grab that to use for her upper lip at least. And then maybe we'll use hazelnuts on her lower lip. Okay. We're just getting, like I said, we're going to be refining all of this with our pencil in a bit. Okay, we're gonna put just this color on the top part of her bottom lip. Okay, please trust the process. How many times can I say that before I make myself feel better? Maybe I'm trying to tell it to myself. For the love of Pete, Emily, trust your process. Sounds good, Trey. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. A little bit of milk white. What I might do is I might break out the pencils now and work on the face a little bit, because I really don't want to go to the rest of it and leave this looking like it is for the entire thing. What did I use on that? Thin persimmon? Right here? Thin persimmon. There it is. Go figure. It's the last one I grabbed. Do this on the nose. The only downside about Nina paper is that it doesn't handle water mediums. Well, no, I mean it does, but no, it's my printer. Sorry, my printer, it always bleeds. That's why eventually I want to get a different printer that handles that a little bit better. Aw, thanks. Okay, so we're just gonna do that. So yeah, I want to break out the pencil and get started on that portion of it. A little bit, not quite dry yet, but let's, hang on. I'm gonna put her here for a second because I don't have my swatch out for this. So I want to see, okay, that one is these don't really have names. So 557, that's that one. This one is 556. I'm almost thinking they don't have enough light browns for what I want, but I mean, I could make it work. My whole deal with using different sets too is I know not everybody can afford the big fancy sets, and I know that not everybody has the same sets, which is why I try and mix it up so that, you know, if anybody has certain sets. That being said, like, I don't want to, if I feel like I cannot effectively get the look that I want with the colors that I have, I don't want to shortchange myself, you know? It's not much in the choice of browns. Hang on. I'm gonna go look at my pencils on the wall real quick. Look in the yellows. It's too light. I need a good, like a darker than putty beige is what I'm thinking. Let me look real quick. I can do the roots. Oh, you know what? I haven't done the Castle Arts in ages. Oh, apparently last time I used them, I didn't put them away. Okay, sorry, Castle Arts. Anybody ever do that? Choose your pencils based on whether or not you put them away last time? Because that would be me. Let's see. Viola. You know what? Black Widows are gonna have exactly the browns that I need. Sorry, I'm also kind of like limping right over here, reading that boot again. All right, so now that's exactly what it is. I'm like, well, I was too lazy the last time to use these, so I can't use them today. It's better, it's better. It feels basically, oh look, I didn't put these away last time either. Dang it, why am I so irresponsible? Hold on, I got a jar of them over here. Hold on. It's basically like, you know how when you get a really bad bruise and like you accidentally poke it or you re-bump it or whatever, and it's that kind of soreness? That's kind of where it's at today. It's more sore this evening because for the past few days I was driving a different vehicle that was automatic, but I attempted to drive our stick shift today. And if you've driven a stick shift, you know that there is a left pedal that you have to push down. And the start and stop of school pickup is not awesome. And so that was a little bit painful today. And so by the time we got home, it was like 106 outside, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't. Sigrid, I'm switching to the Black Widows. Switching to the Black Widows. There's quite a few of them, so I feel like it might be a little dangerous to do this without. See, I had them like separated. They're all in a cup right here. I think, like I said, I think I'd be shooting myself in the foot a little bit not to use pencils that'll give me the choice that I need. Hang on, I'm gonna grab the Black Widow chart 2 because there are so many of them. I don't think I could accurately choose my colors. Although if this has taught me anything, it's that I need to spend the weekend putting my pencils away. Or I just, you know, like hire someone to put my pencils pencils away for me. That's a thing, right? That doesn't scream that I'm completely unorganized and lazy. Holy Lord. Okay. I got it. It's even divided up into its sets. I'm organized completely and totally. And by completely and totally organized, I mean the exact opposite, that I am completely disorganized. Okay, so the color that I want to look for then is, I think, Castle. Castle is nice. I think that's good. So let's get Castle and Mahogany. Castle, Mahogany, and Dark Tan's a little too red. Let's just start with Castle and Mahogany, huh? Okay, so let's see. Unless, of course, I don't have them out. Let's see. Castle is the dragon set. Mahogany. Where did it go? Oh, Mahogany is the monarch set. So you put your pencils away? Yeah, that worked a couple times, but they got wise to it and realized how unpleasant it is to sit there and put pencils away, even if I offer to pay them. They're like, yeah, nah, we're not doing this anymore, Mom. I'm like, yeah, that's fair, guys, it's fair. Mud is also really nice. All right, let's see. The other one was Castle. I'm also looking at the brown tips on here. You know, I'm gonna zoom out for you guys here. Hold on. This is the kind of content you're here for, right? There it is, Castle. And Mud, which is the dark tone set. I don't think I have any browns on this side. Yeah. I did this when I organized them. I absolutely hate it when like browns are in two different places. I'm just like, no, I need you to all be in the same place. Let's see. That's Huntsman. Huntsman's not bad to have out. I mean, we're going to be doing a lot of browns here, so I might as well pull it out. Chalk tone, that's good. Let's see here. It's just welcome to my chaos. That's all it is. Midnight, we'll keep that out. I think that's all the browns in here. Yes. Oh, and Saddle, yeah. Ev, I don't think you ever want to come and see my office. Yeah, Saddle, I think I agree. Cardboard, oh that's right, cardboard's kind of that. Let's see, Rattlesnake. Saddle is the dragon. Let's see, that's brown brick. The only issue with this chart and not my other one is my other one is actually in order. You know what? I'm gonna make do with these guys. That's good enough. This is my my punishment for not putting things away. Oh, Liz, look, there it is. Not putting things away where they belong, as I don't get to use them because I'm completely disorganized. Oh, there's Saddle, completely disorganized. Oh, all right. Well, thank you for sticking through all that chaos. This copy's coming in handy. Yeah. Yeah, well, what ends up happening is like, I don't want to put them away while I'm doing the pages because like I'm using them in another room somewhere. I don't know. Maybe he went to the moon. It's very possible. He seems like the kind of guy that would enjoy some time on the moon. Okay, so for our first color, let's actually go ahead and do Mud. I really like the tone for that one. Okay, we're gonna give it a quick sharpen. Because I definitely wanted her to go darker, but the Ohuhu portrait tones just don't have enough. They have a lot of like, I don't know. I feel like there wasn't enough like gradient colors that could really go well together to get to where we wanted. Okay, so Mud is what we're gonna do first, and we're gonna zoom in. I swear that's not as yellow. Oh well, we'll figure it out. These are the same pencils for everything that week. That's actually not a terrible idea. Yeah, so what we did just now is definitely going to be our undertones. We'll go back to the markers when we do the hair. I don't know, this may take 2 streams. We'll see. Yeah, we'll go back to the markers when we do her hair, but I want to get her skin tone squared away. So we're just gonna use mud right now. And that's the nice thing is now we've got a nice kind of solid color under her skin tone and we don't have to worry about trying to either burnish it or blend it away to kind of smooth out that tooth. We're still leaving that spot under her eye. Because if you look at a picture of a lion, he's got the darker upper eye and the lighter on the bottom. I'd be curious to find out if there's actually like a reasoning for that, like the way the light reflects or something. Like, I don't know, you hear about small things like that by, you know, color of their fur somehow affecting or helping the way that they hunt and such. Color selection Saturday so I can decide on the pencil I'm gonna use all week for everything. See, that's the thing. It's like even just putting away one, like it is just very time consuming. And like by the time I'm done with stream or even just done with a page, like I'm like, yay, I'm done. Okay, now I want to do something else. I don't want to sit here for the next hour putting stuff away. Of course, maybe it wouldn't take an hour if I took my advice that I give my kids and to clean up after yourselves after you're done playing. Then maybe your room wouldn't be so messy. Clearly, I never learned. Also, can I just say coffee was a wonderful idea? Because I would have been yawning. It's okay. If I can't sleep tonight, no, I'm not gonna put pencils away. Let's be honest. I'll do it this weekend. If I can't sleep tonight, I'll probably actually play some Palia, which it's not pronounced Palia, it's pronounced Palia, like paleontologist. Steve and I aren't sure how we like the pronunciation though, so we may continue to call it Palia. But I don't know if anybody who ended up checking it out after last stream. It's so much fun. Coffee is always a good idea. I know, right? But I start to question it when I make coffee at 7 p.m. And honestly, because I've had to get up earlier than I normally did because, you know, the kids are in school now and everything, if this was a school night, I wouldn't have done it, like, at all. But because there's the potential for a slight sleeping in, I'm not as opposed to having coffee this late at night. So it's only like half calf. So does it really count even if it's not, you know, like full calf? I mean, my body doesn't know the difference. It might as well be, you know, full calf, but it works and I'm awake and I'm not yawning. See, you see how, why does that look so yellow for you guys? Hang on, I'm gonna fix, it does not look that yellow in real life. A little bit better, maybe. I don't know. I swear it's not that yellow. I mean, yes, there's yellow on it, but fix the light. Oh well. Half calf is not whole calf. See, there you go. I drink coffee till I go to bed. It's just so flippin' delicious. You ever see that thing where it says, did you know that if you replace your morning cup of coffee with something else, you will lose 50% of your entire happiness? Okay, so it is like that, see? I wondered. These are like the random facts that like Steve probably has filed away somewhere in the back of his brain that he just like knows automatically. But now it's been super fun and I'm trying to get my mom to play it because she does Minecraft with us. And so it just fell. Something fell. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm trying to get her set up with it so that she can start playing with it. But Steve and I have been playing, and honestly, if the kids had computers, they'd probably be playing too. But it's super fun. So if you like Animal Crossing or Stardew, I know this is the second time I've talked about it, but it's like a new game, and like it was fun. Okay, I'll stop. This isn't a video game. This isn't a video game channel, Although, one of these days, I should mix it up and have like a video game night. I think I have to find out what kind of video games like the community prefers too, rather than just like random. I don't know. It seems like you either like video games or you just sort of like, yeah, no, that's not for me. And definitely watching somebody play a video game is way different than playing it yourself. It's your channel, talk about what you want. Oh, really? Ghost of Pencils Abuse Best coming to get you. Oh no! Yeah, I am. But no, it's super fun. it's like the game is new and it's a soft release, so there are glitches in the game, and people are getting a little fired up about it a bit. But the fact of the matter is, it's a soft release. You have to know there's going to be glitches, and people need to just, you know, take a chill pill. Although, you know who needs to take a chill pill? Friggin' parents at school pickup, man. Like, I don't know if we just got lucky where the kids were at the last few years. Like, the school pickup there was just smooth and organized, and everybody followed the rules. Oh my gosh, I was crossing an intersection today, and I'm a quarter of the way into the intersection, headed right. Somebody comes down the opposite way and turns a U-ey to get in front of me in line when I'm already, like, into the intersection. And I'm like, now I'm stuck in the middle of the intersection with cars behind me, cars to the side of me. I had to, like, turn the whole car around in the middle of an intersection. I was just like, aren't you a grown adult? Did you take the same license test as me? Like, there's something about this that doesn't seem like, literally. Okay, wait. We're gonna have sticky note time. Okay, so here's the intersection, right? Okay, normal intersection. Okay, there's a car here. Okay, there's a car here, and usually the parents, like, this road is wide enough that if you need to, cars can go back here and go here. So it's not blocking the entire road. Like, it's enough that somebody can park on the side. Okay, I'm here, and there's space here clearly. So my plan, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna sit in the line right here. I had already waved at this lady. We had silently communicated that, yes, you could go there, okay? So I'm going, and I'm about this far into the intersection. This parent comes down here with their little hoopty car, spins around, and sits right there. Meanwhile, I'm like in the intersection, and I'm like, hello? Like, how am I supposed to, because cars had pulled up behind me. Like, I was just like, and now I'm blocking the whole intersection. And I'm just like, I looked at the lady over here, and we both, like, I told Steve I become very Italian and talk with my hands when I'm in cars. And I'm just like, the heck are you doing? And I'm just like, so the lady next to me, she was like, I know, right? And I'm like, I know. It's amazing how much silently you can communicate with parents. But I was like, dude, like, it's one thing to cut in line, but to, like, cut someone off in the middle of the intersection so you can do an illegal U-turn? I'm like, dude. Okay, anyway, Foxy Brown, I digress, but school pickup is literally my least favorite time of day. Anyway, sorry, my random rant. It's just like, come on. And at that point, like, because I do pick up for the kids, I had already been in the car a super long time. I'm using Foxy Brown now. A super long time. It's like 106 out. I'm hot. My foot's hurting because there's a lot of start and stop for a pickup line. And I gotta tell you right now, when your left foot keeps on having to put on that clutch and you can't really pop it in neutral and just e-brake it because you keep having to move forward, I was a little cranky. I was bored, my foot hurt, and this person is like flipping Speed Racer in the middle of a neighborhood. Okay, I'll calm down now. The things they don't tell you about when you decide to have kids. I'm telling you, there needs to be a handbook when you have kids in the hospital so you can mentally prepare yourself. And they're like, just so you know, when they reach this age and this particular grade, you're gonna have to do school pickup line. Here is the number of a karate place so you can take some karate courses to defend yourself in said kid pickup line. I'd probably be too afraid to have any more kids at that point, but I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know. I'm like, you are supposed to be a grown-up who is responsible for another small human, and you're pulling this kind of shenanigans? Anyway, dogs walked, having a nightly treat. Nice. That sounds like me. I need a good walk and a nightly treat. I was trying to convince Steve to go get ice cream today, but again, it's really hot outside. So honestly, if he had agreed to go get ice cream, I would have felt really bad. So I opted for coffee instead. Because let's be honest, coffee is delicious. I promise you, she's not that yellow. Like, it does not look that yellow. Let's see. Yeah, but here's the thing, Renee. At that point, I already had one of my kids with me. So I, you know, we do a lot of replacement words like, you know, fudge muffins and, you know, bananas and banana pants and whatever else I can think of at the time that is similar to it and makes me feel better. Because I'm telling you, there are some times, yes, silently in our brains. Now, am I gonna say that me as a normal human being has never slipped up? No, I've definitely slipped up. But here's the difference is, I mean, not to toot my own horn about how awesome my kids are, but they are aware of some select words, mostly because either, you know, they've discovered them at school or whatever else. But part of it is like, I don't want, you know, kids are weird. Like they'll trick the kids into saying the bad words and then try to get them in trouble. So we know what the bad words are. There have been enough situations that have introduced to them, and we have just talked about we are not using those words. Ride the bus. Yeah, well, for us, yeah, for just without too much detail, for us, the bus situation is not a possible situation for us just because of where we live and everything else. So no, we do the pickup routines, which actually, you know, I like, and don't get me wrong, it's hot, but I have a feeling that, you know, when they're all grown up and out of the house, this is going to be one of those things that I look back on and I miss. Let's see, what did we use for that darker color? It was mud. That's right. Where'd it go? I want to use that again. Huntsman, mahogany, foxy brown. I didn't put it back, did I? Is that it? Yes, that's it. Okay. Yeah, cheese and rice, Sarah. I like it. And son of a biscuit eater. Yeah, okay, I like it. I like it. I approve. I think I've heard those ones. You just, you know, you get really creative, or like you get so close to slipping up that you catch yourself and it just goes, I'm gonna fudge and, you know, sound like that guy from Home Alone. When he keeps getting hurt. God bless America, or pickles, yeah. There you go. Exactly. So yeah, you find other reasons, but the kids are old enough and smart enough now that they pick up on it. They know when mama's mildly frustrated. But that's the other thing too, is they feel like they can feel the frustration in the air. Not that I'm frustrated with them, but just frustrated in general, and then they feel bad because they want to fix it. So my children are very empathetic, so I have to be very careful which emotions I let run rampant. All right, so Foxy Brown again. You know what I might end up doing? Using a white Prismacolor on top of this. Because it bothers me that you guys see so much yellow when there's not actually that much in real life. I swear it is nearly impossible to get like an accurate representation of the color through cameras. I mean, and I know everybody sees color differently anyway, but I'm just like, it's not accurate. But the pencil blends are working real well on it. I'm happy with that. Because see, her cheek is not nearly as like, the color isn't as like bright and blown out as it is for you guys. Just the same, I'm gonna add a little Foxy Brown. And I'm going really light, even though I have an undertone color, I don't want to get too streaky on her face. So I'm just kind of going slow and light. Oh, good. Okay, maybe it's just my computer screen. I will say my computer screen does have a little bit, like I have two computer screens, and I have to check back and forth on each of them so that I get an accurate color representation when I'm doing things. Because if you have a screen that's too blue or too yellow, especially for someone who does like photo editing and video editing, like it can affect how the final video looks. And I'm just like, hi, Kim. Right? Well, yeah, don't get me wrong. My children do not know all the words. There are some words that are just so awful that I just hope that they have no reason or meet people in their life that, no, don't get me wrong. I know that they will hear them eventually from somewhere, whether it's TV, the news, social media, or just, you know, some turkey of a kid at their school, but they are smart enough to be like, that's a word that was used in a certain way, and I don't know what that word is. So they would either A, choose not to say it and just let it go, or B, come home and ask me, be like, Mom, what was this word? Like, but that's not something that we say. Let's see, what color eyes? Lions consistently have, it looks like kind of golden eyes. Would you say like golden kind of brown eyes? That's what I'm leaning towards. All right, so let's do mud again, and we're gonna do her neck. Follow the shadows here that we kind of already placed. The nice thing is even though the whole pickup routine is very long and takes pretty much all of my afternoon, what I do is I bring my iPad with me or crocheting. So I brought the iPad with me today, and I was working more on the stickers today. So it's nice, I can get work done while I'm in the car, and I bring snacks or plenty of water or whatever else. Fight the urge to swing by Dairy Queen to get a Blizzard, because let's be honest, despite the fact that I say it's the medicine that causes my weight, if I were to have a Dairy Queen Blizzard every day, then I don't think I could blame the medicine anymore. So I do have some restraint. So I try to pack myself some snacks in case I get a little hungry. You know, pop a bag of popcorn before I go. I'm telling ya. Ice cream is a weakness, man. Whoever invented Rocky Road knew what they were doing. Leslie says, question of the day, but oh, Anna Shirley, Anna Green Gables. I love it. Good night, Dawn. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, exactly, Marilyn. Yeah, absolutely. I do distinctly remember when I was like, I think 6th grade. You know, of course you want all the other kids to think that you're cool. And I do remember using a few choice words, but I also remember I just got teased for not using them correctly. So I stopped using them until I figured out how to use it correctly. Don't tell my mom. Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I know she lurks in the stream sometimes, so I can't reveal too many childhood stories, and she's gonna be like, excuse me? I'll be like, nothing. You heard nothing. Nothing whatsoever. We're all good. Look, I never snuck out of the house, all right? No, I really didn't. I was actually pretty good when it came to that. All right, let's do Foxy Brown. Yes, ice cream and cakey things are my temptations. Absolutely. Well, and that's the thing, Leslie. I completely agree with that. So for me, mine has caused that. And I don't eat, yeah, sure, we had Chinese tonight, but I didn't have the normal Chinese. I had white rice and I cooked up some of my own broccoli and a little bit of chicken. Mine was, pretty healthy because I can't do the Chinese food because of the gluten. So in general, I don't eat that. I don't do soda, very rarely, very rare. Sometimes I'll get a hankering for a Sprite, and that's about it. So I don't really do soda. I don't, do eat out food. I don't, in general, I don't eat a ton. So in general, my diet's really not that terrible. And, I move around and stuff. I'm not completely lackadaisical. So really, if I were to be like, oh, well, I need to lose this weight, so I'm not gonna, I'll cut out the creamer in my coffee, or, I don't know. Since I can't do a lot about it, I figure there's no point in fighting it to the point where, I get rid of all of my favorite things. Am I gonna have ice cream on occasion? Absolutely, but it's all about moderation. And if the added weight gain can't be helped because of the medicine, then that's just what it is. And I'm not gonna be on it forever, and eventually things will balance out again. So I just gotta come to terms with that for now. And with an E, exactly. Was it really? Ice cream cone was invented in St. Louis, as was iced tea and 7-Up. That's so funny. Well, but then you bring in the South sweet tea. Oh my gosh. I assumed that when we moved down here, sweet tea was just a tea that was kind of sweet. No, sweet tea is its entirely own category of tea. I don't even know if you can even count it as tea anymore. Oh, trail mixes. Okay. All right. I want to try using some white on her skin tone and see if that gets sweet tea. Exactly, Leslie. Emphasis, it's more sweet than it is tea. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. It's why is the screen so dark? And then I realized I had the darkness down on my phone. Okay, we're gonna use a little bit of the white Prismacolor one, we're gonna do it to kind of smooth things out, but two, we're gonna do this to tone down, and then we can add some colors back on top of the white if we feel like we've toned it down too much. But I just want to try and balance a little bit of this yellow. There we go. We can add a little bit more of that white to under the eye. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do this all the way through, and then we're gonna add brown on top of it. So the only reason I'm doing this white now is to help tone down some of this yellow, and you'll see how much it actually helps. Like white, where's my color white? There's a reason. I actually got this one at Hobby Lobby, which I know I was like risking it with you know, open stock at stores, because my goodness, they can get truly beat up. But I was just like, I need some white, and they have it here, so I got one. Sweet tea equals hummingbird food, right? Admits to not eating ice cream much anymore since I discovered frozen custard. Well, is that like frozen yogurt? Is that similar? You know what we might do after we add the brown is use the regular blender on top. Because we're definitely bringing out more of like the peachy tones right now. And I want her to be less peach and more tan because we're kind of fashioning her, you know, fashioning her kind of lion-like. So yeah, it's much lighter now, but we're gonna go back with our brown. The whole point was to kind of douse some of that yellow, which it's working for that. So we're not done with it yet. Been a few frozen yogurt places here in town, but despite the fact that we're literally living in an oven, they didn't do all that well. I don't know, I liked having all the toppings you could put in. It was a better deal than like what's that ice cream place, like a chain place where you can mix in the ice cream. It was not Laughing Cow, it was Baskin Robbins? No, it wasn't Baskin Robbins. Steve, what's that other ice cream place that's by Panda Express that does them ice cream mix-ins? I don't know if you can hear me. Up and get a yeah, right? Seriously. It's no fun, like having to go through all that stuff. So, it's only temporary. I'll get over it. Okay, yeah, see, that's gonna come out way better. Because see, the white lightened the darkest brown, the mud color, a little bit much. But now that we've kind of toned down that yellow, we can go in with the mud again and get that kind of warm brown to it. I know I didn't want it really pinky, but I also don't want it really yellow, so we're finding a balance. Cold Stone, thank you. Yes, Cold Stone. We love Panda. I just know that it's by there. Ooh, nice, Sigurd. Oh, Cold Stone is great. It's just expensive, that's all. See, actually, soda sounds really good right now. I'm gonna do a little bit of this brown on the nose. We'll probably bring in some black on the nose as well. But focus on the face. Maybe we'll add a little bit of this to her lips as well. A little bit on her teeth, because they're not gonna be bright white. She's not exactly getting her teeth whitened out wherever, I don't know, maybe they got a Zodiac teeth whitening dentist where she lives. It's very possible. I really like that idea of having the community name my pages though. You're like, all right guys, here's the new picture. It needs a name. Well, it's kind of like what Albert did when it came to naming the Black Widows. You headed to bed?
Uh-huh.
All right. Love you. Some sleep. You too warm in that, bud? Nope. No? Okay.
Did you tell them about what happened during school?
Oh, you mean the pickup? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, off to bed, you two.
I am very warm.
Yeah, he's got fuzzy pajitsa. It was 106 today. You're not gonna be too warm in there? All right, enjoy your sleep. Don't forget the door. The extra ingredient means frozen custard usually has a richer, thicker, and creamier texture than ice cream. Ah, okay. Comes down to one ingredient, egg yolks. Frozen custard contains the same ingredient plus egg yolks. Are they like, how does that work with like pasteurization on the egg yolks? All right. I am much happier where she is going here. And I think once we get this brown in, we can really start to bring in kind of our tan lion colors. I think, what do I want to use for, oh, leather. Oh, leather will be perfect for what I'm trying to do here. Hang on. Do I have leather in here or is it in the cup? At least I like had the different kinds separated. I'm gonna take out dark tan too, just in case. Let's see, that's stink bug. Tarantula, dark chocolate. We'll just put these to the side so I don't have to go searching for them. Chestnut, rattlesnake, rusty. Let's see, light mocha, fawn. Yes. Let's see, brown fog. Brown fog is too gray. Fawn won't be a bad idea to take out. Let's see if leather is in here. This kind of, that's cream. Brown fog, suede. Watch, it's gonna be just my luck, and it's not gonna be, leather, there it is. Okay, sweet. And what was the other one I said? Fawn. Yes. Light mocha. I just had my hands on it. Like I just touched it. I swear. Come on. There it is. Sweet. Okay. All right. So let's finish with mud here. See, now I'm like, because like I said, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but to be perfectly honest, I really had no idea what direction this was going to go in. So, you know, sky's the limit. But now the color palette is starting to come together. Oh, speaking of color palette, if you missed it, I posted a reel this morning doing a color cube palette and the color choices that I put with that and everything. I am really trying to. People seem to really like the series of like quick and easy backgrounds, like that kind of idea. So my goal, we'll see how long it lasts. We'll see how sustainable it is. But I've been attempting to post regularly every other day. Because the thing about the algorithm, and as much as it sucks, Instagram awards you for consistency. They are more likely to show your things to people if you post consistently, which I think is just stupid because not all of us can post consistently. I think that if you have the followers, they should just show your stuff to the followers. But they don't. Because that makes no sense. But anyway. Oh, 2 frozen custard. Nice. Well, now I gotta find if there's a frozen custard. We do have one of those, like, what is it? It's called, like, Rolling Cow or something like that. The one where they do the little rolls of, like, 5 little ice cream rolls in your bowl. Which it's got the same kind of mix-ins. The thing is ours is very geared towards college students. And I just feel like everything is sticky when we go in there. Like, I know it's an ice cream place, but, you know, I definitely feel a bit out of place going in there. I am not a young hip college student anymore. Shannon! I mean, what do you mean? I was zoomed in the entire time. Carry on, back to looking. Sounds good, Shannon. Is she going live regularly? I know she did that one live where she was trying to do it on YouTube Shorts, like a live there, and then she went live again. I didn't know it was going to be like a regular thing. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do leather. Okay. Now we are bringing a little bit of that yellow back in, but it's more of the brown because I want it to be less peachy and more warm. So I think that's a more balanced kind of yellow. What are we thinking? Worst case scenario, we add more white on top and figure it out. Thank you, Shannon. But I think leather is perfect for this. It's gonna warm it up real fast. Much more like lion colors. I mean, let's be honest, lions have a little bit of yellow to them. Hi, Heather, how are you? We are talking about all kinds of things today. Chaotic parents, book characters, favorite ice cream flavors, the whole 9 yards. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's really good. Hi, Kelly, how are you? anybody have any plans for the weekend? We are still working, the kids don't know it, but we are still working on obtaining a new vehicle, which may be happening sooner rather than later, but we have not told the children, mostly because A, I don't want them to get their hopes up if for some reason, you know, they don't have the one I want or what, you know, until I have the title in hand, I don't want to have to deal with, you know, any disappointment or anything if something doesn't go through, whatever. So I'm like, it's just easier if we just, you know, show it to them when we know we have it. Join the cooler tent. I know. I saw you guys had like a couple really hot days, but yeah. Here's Custard. Staying in, teaching, napping. Well, not the teaching, but I'll be staying in, napping. I'll be working. I have to get some work done this weekend. But yeah, no, I am mostly gonna be resting my foot this weekend because I kind of overdid it today. And if I rest the next 2 days, I should be golden by Monday. By Monday, I shouldn't have to wear the boot anymore. Which I am really grateful that it was just a really deep bruise and not a break because this whole thing would have lasted so much longer. Okay, I am loving how this is working. This right here screams Lion to me. So much better. Just praying the kids start school this coming Monday. Nice, Heather. We're a week and a half. If you don't count weekends. Yeah, we're like a week and a half in on the whole school chaos dealio. But we're starting to get a rhythm. This is midnight. We're starting to get a rhythm with it all. So, you know, we'll probably feel better about it as time goes on. I'll learn to curb my frustration with all of the pickup parents. Like, come on, guys. Okay, let's use a little bit of blender real quick. Thanks, Ronnie. Heat advisory for Monday. What? But you're not in the South. That's crazy. I mean, I know that, you know, Pacific Northwest had that for like a day or two, but that's crazy. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really loving how this is working. And we are going to reinforce some of the black. Make that stand out a little bit more because let's be honest, like all the lions have these features. In the jungle, mighty jungle. We're gonna add a little bit more black on this side because she's got her hair hanging over a little bit, so she's gonna be a little bit more shadowed. Villain from Wonder Woman 1984. Oh, I'll have to look it up. Yeah, Lurky is Shannon! Exclamation point, Lurk. There you go. Thanks, Ronnie. 4 days. Okay, yeah. See, and like I said, like I'd be like, oh, we have that all the time. But again, central air is not a thing everywhere in Oregon, so that would not be a fair comparison. Because at the very least, as long as I stay indoors, I can pretend that, you know, we don't live in the bowels of hell. There was somebody posted a video the other day of somebody had a frying pan preheating outside and they literally fried an egg outside. Like, that's how hot it is. It's just like, oh my gosh. This is a normal, oh well. Soon it'll be over at some point, right? Right? Girl can dream. 72, now they're 120. That's insane. Like, that's like Phoenix area where they're saying that people need to like move their vehicles every hour so the tires don't melt. Like, that's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of this black and then we'll do just a little bit more mud. But yes, this is the color palette I had in mind. I just wasn't sure how I was gonna get there. I will update the listings below and everything to say that we used Black Widows instead of the marker of fiends. I didn't want to, you know, handicap myself with not having the colors that I needed to accomplish what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I'm using mud again. It's one thing if I'm doing a color challenge, but there was just, I had an image in my head of how I wanted this to turn out. And I didn't want to shortchange myself. If There is a tool for the job, and I have said tool. Wouldn't be fair to the picture if I didn't use said tool. So I suppose this ended up being a lesson in skin tone today. Alright, we're gonna go real light here. Kind of highlight her cheekbones a little bit. Think of it like a little bit of blush. But I'm going real light because I don't want to get any harsh lines. Trying to decide if I want to use a blender. Now the contrast is blowing out a little bit, so it's showing it lighter right here than it really is. But I kind of like the texture on her because, I mean, the idea is, you know, a lion, you kind of associate that with fur. I don't think I'm going to use the blender on this. I am, however, going to adjust that a little bit. And I think I'm going to use a little bit of fawn under her eye. And then we have like some kind of golden eyes, but we also need a little bit of gray. Ah, thanks, Ronnie. Yeah, it's like that way everywhere. Right, I know everything kind of goes through cycles. I try not to spend too much time thinking about it. I do what I can to prevent, you know, I don't know, it's a hot topic, so I won't really jump on it too much, but I do what I can to prevent changes of the earth. And if I spend too long thinking about it, it'll just stress me out. So I do what I can and just go from there. Okay, let's see. What's this one here? Saddle? Saddle could work. Saddle and, ooh, olive brown, actually. If I'm trying to do like a gold tone, olive brown and cream might actually be really nice. So let's get the colors real quick. Yes, exactly. Don't just chuck it in the bin. Gotta give it the time. Give it the time. Okay, so olive brown. I think that's one of the few browns I didn't actually pull out. Let's see. Rusty, rattlesnake, chestnut, brick, cardboard. Ooh, cardboard would work, actually. Cardboard? No, not cardboard. I think I did pull it out. Unless it's in here. Let's see. That is light bronze. Let's see. What do we got over here? Yellow sand. Banana. You guys ever play Donkey Kong on 64? Every time they say banana, they go, ooh, banana. So that's what I think in my head every time. Olive gold does not look gold, it looks green. Well, go figure. I thought I hadn't pulled it out, but maybe I did. What was I even? Olive brown. Welcome to my brain, guys. It's just pure chaos. All right, you know what? We're just gonna go by the tips of pencils. Hey, look, stink bug. That could work. We're gonna make it work. I am flying by the seat of my pants here. Okay, so let's do based on, because we also can kind of touch it up with a little bit of gold paint pen, which is what we have with us. Let's get this one. This is banana. Exactly. Probably get rain. Oh my gosh, I love rain. I would love rain so much. Our poor yard. Like, we keep trying to water it, but gosh dang it. The sun is just eating it alive. Okay, so this is saddle. Like, you can't win. It's too painful out there. Go out there and the yard would be crying if it had any tears, but it doesn't because the sun dried it up. Like, we're trying to keep you watered, yard, but literally we're in an oven. All right, banana. There we go. Okay, it might be a little too yellow. Let's do a little bit of cream. Like, we're not going full cat here. Tone that down just a little bit. That's better. And then let's add, I'm gonna zoom in. I'm doing great tonight, guys. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Renee. So I just did the darker color on the outside with the banana on the inside. We're gonna enhance the black because we've kind of gone over it a little bit. Don't mind me. Like I said, we're just chaos here. Yeah, the rain is going to be amazing because the rain in Spain stays mainly. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. For the black, what do I want to use? What was I using for the black before that would be good? Oh, Posca. Posca. I need more coffee. I probably don't. I always say like, oh, coffee's such a great idea. And then I get on here and I'm just like, hey, everybody, it's 9:30 at night and I have about as much energy as a 3-year-old. Speaking of which, that's the last of the coffee. Oh boy, I'm gonna regret that one by 1 a.m. Hi, Carol. That's the half calf, right? Well, here's the thing. You recognize it. Here's the thing, is I drink half calf all the time. And so I think my body just assumes this is full calf. Perfect. Posca. All right, so I'm not gonna worry about saving where I had drawn for the white because we're gonna go over that in a bit. I'm just trying to not be too wobbly because with coffee at 9 o'clock at night, shaky hands. Oh my gosh, I did my nails today. I can usually do my left hand pretty well because my right hand is the dominant one. But every now and then, my left hand will get tremors worse than my right one. And so like I'm painting and all of a sudden like my hand literally does like this all over the place. And I'm like, well, okay, that finger's screwed. Go get more coffee. Secret, I will vibrate right out of my chair. I mean, it might be funny, but Steve would probably be like, dear God in heaven, what have we done? Steve has to deal with me after I leave you guys for stream. So I'm gonna try and make his night tolerable. Actually, no, he'll go to sleep and then I'll probably be like, well, guess I'll play video games all night until I go feel sleepy because that's the responsible thing to do. Need a new bag. Yeah, I don't think the coffee maker can help on that one. Okay, this is just a little bit of mushroom. I just want to add a little bit of pink to the eyes. I'm not going to do the highlights on these until that black dries. Okay. Are we ready to do a little bit of hair? For caffeinated video games, I know, right? Because super caffeinated, right? Hey, it was either this or, you know, Emily falling asleep at 7 o'clock at night already. And I'm like, nope, we're doing stream here. So this is happening. Or we just like marathon coloring this page until I just like literally crash on the desk. That's healthy, right? Valid life choice. Okay, this color that I'm thinking about choosing is called Potato Brown. It's classy. Actually, it probably will be, because I had a feeling I wanted to do something darker, but if I've learned anything about these markers, I should go lighter and then move into darker. So let's see. Yeah, we have, because I think I did full calf before. You would think that as a person who has tremors, I would try and limit my caffeine as much as possible, but it's almost as if it's a challenge, all right? It's a challenge to see, like, it's level 2, you know? It's like, all right, I've already mastered the non-caffeinated level. Let's see how I handle, you know, a little bit of caffeination. Color till whenever. Oh gosh, I haven't done wine in ages. Honestly, just because ever since like my diagnoses and stuff and the medicine, I cannot do any kind of alcohol. I'm using hazelnuts, mostly because it would make me incredibly ill if I mixed it. So that one's not even an option. So the half calf Emily is what you get. She's a little intense at times, but mostly just fun. All right, so I am using hazelnuts here. I'm just going over those sparkles. It's fine because we're gonna make those pop up themselves. But this is our base color. And then what we're gonna do is if you Google just the word lion, obviously you're gonna come up with some lion images. And if you see on a lot of those lion manes, they have a little bit of a darker mane at the tip of their, you know, the tip of the fur. Now, I went over a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. And that is what we're going to be trying to accomplish. I was talking to Steve because when you look up lion, like one of the pictures on here is of Mufasa. And I'm looking at him in comparison to all these other lion pictures that are on Google. And I'm just like, who made their color design choices? I have Graves, Kim, and so it messes with my thyroid and all kinds of super fun stuff. And then there's heart stuff and tremor stuff, and it's all just, I'm kind of a big hot mess right now. But that just means that I have to be on different medicines to kind of balance everything and try and fix the thyroid. It's super, super fun. But I was looking at Mufasa's mane, and I'm like, it's a very red mane. Now, there is some redness to some lion manes. And I was just like, which lion were they making? Of course, granted, then there's the black mane of Scar or whatever. And then I realized that it was probably... Okay, I don't want to... Is that dry? I'm afraid I'm gonna... No, okay, it's dry. Oh, it's Blue in here. Hi, Blue. How are you? I realized that they probably chose those colors because with it being a cartoon for kids... they needed to keep a high contrast color palette. So that would make a lot of sense. And I was like, all right, I can accept the very red mane on Mufasa then. These are the deep thoughts, I think, you guys. I try to figure out why illustrators for certain kids shows choose their color palettes. Oh, Lord. See, I just need energy like this to last all the time and not like wear off eventually. Because I bet you eventually when I am done streaming and I turn off the camera, I may have the opposite effect with the caffeine. I might just crash. No, we're gonna fill that in so it's all consistent. And we only have like 30 minutes technically left. I don't know if we'll keep going, but I'm trying to decide. I feel like we should do 2 streams with this. Mostly because I don't want to shortchange this page and not do a background on it. So I think we'll go as far as we can go tonight. Steve still got a little cough. But I think we'll go as far as we can tonight, however far that ends up being. And then we'll finish this page on Wednesday's stream. I don't have anything, it was either this or the Coloring Heaven magazine, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of in the mood for a Christine Karen. So how do we feel about watercolors and Christine Karen for next Friday? Yeah, well, so it's about, the diagnosis for my tremors is a positional essential tremor, which means that on top of things that might readily aggravate a tremor as it is, I shake more when my hands are in different positions, which is why sometimes like I'll have to spin something, making sure my wrist is comfortable while I'm doing all of this. But it ties right into my heart rate as well. So with what I have, it can cause my heart rate to go really high. So they have me on, well, I don't know if you guys want to know all this, but they have me on something to regulate my heart rate, which is part of one of the side effects of the whole thyroid issue. And so it's all kind of tied in together. So long story short, I've always had a bit of a tremor, but it's just been exacerbated with all of the stuff going on. So if they can get the thyroid stuff taken care of, then that should in turn, theoretically, we have dreams for what we want the medical outcome to be, but that isn't necessarily all the case. But I'm thinking positively. So theoretically, once we get that all evened out, then my tremors should improve. They're not going to go away completely, and there will be days where it's aggravated more. In fact, I had somebody comment on, what was it? It was like the 3rd day of those reels that I was doing. And they're like, are you okay? Are you shaking? But the funny thing is I'm used to questions like that because like complete strangers who don't know me, they just assume that I'm just like really nervous or anxious about something. And I'm like, I'm fine. I just, or people will be like, yes, please and thank you. Okay, sweet. Dark mane lions are preferred by female lions, so humans aren't the only ones who like, oh, that's so funny. That's hilarious. Sounds good, Sigurd. But yeah, so it's like when I was younger, especially too, because like I said, my hands have always been shaky. They thought for a while that it was because I was hypoglycemic, but I think it's literally just this tremor has just always been there. And right now it's just worse than it usually is. But I'm also having coffee right now, so it's not too bad. My left hand's okay, but my right hand is, you know, obviously it can always be worse. So, you know, I take it in stride and be like, well, it is what it is, and I'm used to it. But like, I'll have people be like, did you know you're shaking? And I'm just like, nah, I never knew that. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. I had no idea at all. Because it's like people in real life, and it's like, you know, even if it wasn't a chronic thing, I would think that you'd be aware of your own body enough to know that you're shaking. It's like when you're pregnant and somebody walks up to you. I had this happen, and I think I've said it before, but I was very, very pregnant with my second kid. Very pregnant. I was huge with him. I gained 50 pounds with both my kids, right? And I had somebody come up to me. I'm like 9 months pregnant, right? I'm at the end of it, and they say, you have that baby yet? And I'm just looking at, because if you've been pregnant or you know pregnant women, you know that by the time you have reached 9 months, you are over it. You are over it. You are ready for your baby to hear. You're ready for the baby to get out. You are ready to be able to breathe and to be able to see if you actually have feet still. Like, you're over it, right? And so he's just like, you have that baby yet? I'm like, yeah, I had the baby. And then I ate it, which is why I'm still this big. Like, oh man. It is always just, you always hear hilarious stories about things that are said to pregnant women, but I mean, I was accosted in a grocery store once because a woman wanted to know, and I'm going to choose my words carefully because it's YouTube, but basically I was having a boy, and there is a certain procedure that you can choose or not to choose for boys, you know, and I'm not going to say what our decision was on the case because that's pretty private, but I thought it was all innocent at first. I was like, I was at the grocery store, I was picking out yogurt, and of course I had the natural like, oh, you know, when are you due? It's your first, yada yada. And it's just like, first of all, you're like, whether or not it's my first, I mean, yeah, it's a kid, okay? I'm growing a kid. But then she was just like, oh, are you having a boy or a girl? And I'm just like, oh, I'm having a boy. And she's just like, well, are you gonna do this or that? I'm just like, well, we haven't really decided. She pulled out a stack of pamphlets on the issue and just was very, like, what's the word, emphatic about what she thought my choice should be on the matter. And I'm just standing there with my, you know, Yoplait whips going, okay then, because I'm a non-confrontational person and I'd rather just walk away and pretend that whole thing never existed. But then I go out to my car and she's tucked one, like after I got my groceries, and I don't know if it was just, I think it was because I was parked in like cause this was my second kid. So I had the youngest one with me and I parked in the, mother and child parking space or whatever. The friggin' pamphlet was like tucked in my windshield, and not just in my windshield, she tucked a second one in the driver's side window of my car. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, what on earth? Like, first of all, that's not something that you ask a complete straight, like, none of your business. Second of all, lady, look, I don't know if you learned this in the years that maybe you were making friends or dating, but you're coming on a little strong. We might want to just reel in the intensity, just a skosh. And also, just let me buy my yogurt. I was just like, good Lord. I mean, I don't know. Being pregnant was a riot and a half. I'll tell you that much. Yellow ochre. That's the color I want now. But I mean, there's all kinds of stories with that. Like the random people that come up and touch your belly. I never got brave enough to do it, but I wish I had. That, they always say one of the things you can do if you're very pregnant and complete strangers are coming up and touching your belly, what you do is you look at them straight in the eye and then you put your hands on their belly and then wait and see what they do. It's like, so is this making you uncomfortable? Oh, I wonder how that's making me feel. Like, it just baffles me. I mean, they come out of the woodwork, man. Well, it's not just me, Sigrid. It's just women in general. When we're pregnant, like people automatically feel it's yellow ochre. Yeah, yellow ochre is what I'm using. They just feel that they have, because you're pregnant, there is some sort of right that they have to be like, oh, well, she won't mind if I go touch her stomach. It's just like, you're a 55-year-old man. And I don't know when you last washed your hands. Can we just, I mean, if it was like, you know, a sweet lady like in her 70s or whatever, and she's just, you know, feeling nostalgic, it's okay, it passes. But it's when the weird old men come, and they're not like kind of cute old men where it's like, oh, they're kind of sweet and maybe they've got their, no, it's by themselves and they're old and they're just, it's weird, right? Like we have a bubble. We have a bubble, they have burst our bubble, and now I need to make a new bubble with like iron, an iron bubble. Yeah, but that's different. She's family. You're not a complete stranger. It's the complete strangers that throw me. I don't care if family does it. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, whatever. Or even if you're my friend and you're like curious or whatever, that's fine. It's just like what happens in the grocery stores, like being accosted in a grocery store. Like it's a minefield. It's very possible, but I also worked at like the place where I worked, obviously not too much detail, but the place where I worked was a location where I was on the floor a lot, conversing with a lot of different people. And the thing about being like having it be my workplace too is I still had to remain professional. Like I couldn't react in a way that go, I'm sorry, sir, this is incredibly inappropriate. Please do not touch my stomach. Like, yes, I have a person in there. Yes, this is pretty much a superpower, but also don't touch me. So a lot of times I just had to brush it off. So I don't know. That's, you know, long past now, but boy, there are some stories, man. Can I touch your belly? Well, if you're asking now, I'm probably gonna say no. I'm not pregnant. It might feel, can you imagine if like people that weren't pregnant just went up and like touching people's bellies? It'd be like, why? It'd be like, I think I would be less offended if someone came up and like randomly booped my nose or something. Like I would actually, first I'd be a little freaked out and be like, when was the last time they washed their hands? But also like, if someone just walked past me and just went boop on my nose and kept walking, I'd be like, what just happened? I suppose we do it to cats all the time. I mean, you can't not boop, you know, cats' noses and dogs' noses and pretty much anything that's just absolutely adorable. There you go, Marilyn. Well, and I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a pretty friendly person, as you can tell. I'm pretty outgoing. I have no problem starting up conversations with complete strangers. So maybe it was just that, you know, maybe I had a sort of inviting air where they felt comfortable to, you know, invade my personal space. So I don't know, maybe it was a me thing, but I gotta tell you, like, my instinct is not to just touch everyone's stomachs. It's kind of like that where you should never, what's the word I'm looking for? Assume. You should never assume that someone is pregnant, you know? Like, even if I'm positive that they're pregnant, because I can usually, you know, having been pregnant myself at one point, I can usually recognize like, oh, that person's probably pregnant. But what if they're not? Right, Sarah? Exactly. I want to stroke my hair. Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. Just randomly touching people's hair. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too friendly. It's very possible, which I guess is a good thing. I mean, if people feel comfortable around me, that's a good thing. But like even my friends, like I'll ask them, be like, can I touch your belly? Not that I even touch bellies really. I'm like, I've been there. I know what it feels like. And one guy that literally followed me around the mall, leering at me. Oh my gosh, he cornered me as I was going to the restroom and under his breath in a very cute, what? Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. Oh, that's terrifying. That's what always weirded me out is, especially when I was pregnant and like I had my toddler in the cart, I, on occasion, would have somebody like checking me out. I'm like, dude, I'm literally pregnant. How is this something that appeals to you? Like, I'm clearly taken. Well, maybe not everybody who's pregnant is taken, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm just like, there's something about me that says that's a big no from me, sir. Oh my gosh, Angela. See, part of me, like, there's all these things that I wish I would have done when I was pregnant, but like, again, I'm non-confrontational. I'm too nice, so I probably couldn't have brought myself to do it. Well, like if they had said like, oh, how far along are you? And then I'd be like, I'm not pregnant. Never mind, I'm like very clearly pregnant, but it would serve them right. Oh man, so many things. And then there was the whole adventure of after the kids were born, they thought I was the nanny, but you know, that's a whole other thing. My hand on her belly and weirded me out because I'm not a touchy-feely person unless it's a dog or horse or a donkey. A fatty or a donkey. Oh, that. Just farm animals in general. In an ideal world, I would be in a position to where I could have a whole farm full of animals, but also the staff to take care of the animals so that all I have to do is play with the animals. Oh, before cell phones were normal. Ooh, yeah, no thank you. Absolutely not. Gosh, I think back to like before there were cell phones and it's just like you remember when the phones first came out? The idea of like having the internet on your phone, like heaven forbid you push the internet button on your phone, you like panicked and tried to close it real quick. Going over your minutes. When was the last time we had like set minutes we could use? Like it's just crazy to think how different things were. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of this darker color back here where it's gonna be shaded a bit. Same thing with here. And then we're gonna grab in our middle color here in a bit and kind of blend things out. Right? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I don't blame you on that one. I've had to do that before where I had like a coworker like walk me out to my car or whatever. Like if I could have gone back in time when I was younger and like chosen to take karate, I totally would have. Something very empowering knowing that, God forbid, you were ever in a situation like that, you would be able to defend yourself. Not that I'm completely helpless, but you know, I know where to knee someone if I'm in trouble. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little bit here. This is turning into a very interesting conversation tonight. Someone's not going to know us and they're going to come in here and be like, what? Okay, so that was yellow ochre. Now we need kind of a mid color. I'm thinking Morin would be a good color. I don't think we have it out. Oh my goodness. See, there's part of me that still is like, oh, maybe it would have been nice to like have another baby or whatever, but you know, because we're all done having kids. But then I think about like the costs of everything now, and you know, going through that again and starting over from zero again. Like, I think I'm pretty happy with my two. I might have considered it if I hadn't got, you know, because I've got my boy, I've got my girl and everything. So I might have considered it if I had like gotten another girl or another boy or something, just so I could experience, you know, raising one or the other. But I've got one of each now, so I'm pretty happy with where we're at. See, that is just blending together beautifully. That's what I mean about having like good mid colors to kind of balance everything out. And with the pencils, we're gonna add a little bit of extra blackness to the tip, so we really get that kind of gradient on there. Oh, okay. Well, good. Okay. I'm going out of the lines a little bit, but yeah, it's fine. I am liking this color though. Very, very maney. But seriously, if any of you color this page, tag me in it. I want to see your finished page. Let's see, I probably should have done some up there, but we're just going to do this color for now. And we may add a little bit more detail with the pencil. So the next event for the Monarch coloring events is going to be steampunk. I'm not actually doing that one, but there are going to be more coming out of there. That's fair, Patty. Thank you, Sigrid. But so keep an eye out for that. I can't remember if it was October. I think it's going to be for October, but I'm not sure. But for October, I will definitely be putting out some fall themes, something new, some sort of fall theme. Yeah, see, there you go. And that's almost the best way to do it, because then you don't have to worry about potty training or all that stuff, you know, the newborn stage when they're like, should they sleep on their stomach? Should they sleep on their back? Oh my gosh, are they still breathing? Why is that particular color coming out of them? Oh, thanks, Sigrid. Yeah, because we still need to do like a galaxy background and everything. And with kind of the yellowish, orangish colors we're doing, like purple and blue are gonna look really nice with this. Okay. It's a little bit more of this color. We'll finish up with this color, and then we will do a little bit of words on stream. We'll probably just do one tonight. Anybody in the mood? Unless, of course, it ends really short. Then we'll do more than one. You guys in the mood for little words tonight? I don't know if my hyperness has like been too much input already. Oh yeah, no, it's the three-nager. Absolutely. No, the twos, the terrible twos are like, you know, they have tantrums, they melt down. You can't really, like, it's usually something, you know, redirecting kind of helps sometimes, but the three-nager, that's just something else. That's just pure chaos. You said terrible twos, it's like, no, just wait. It gets better. Oh, there you go, Ev. There you go, Patty. No, I told Ev, Steve, I'm just like, at some point, I'm just gonna want to get a dog and we'll be good to go. Not that, you know, a dog is a replacement by any means, but you know, that need to nurture, that's what that is. Okay, so let's do just a little bit of black pencil to give you an idea kind of where we're going with the hair. And then maybe I can finish up this hair and that way we'll have time to do the rest of everything else. I'm trying not to get that glare from the light. Okay, so I am using, oh wait, chalk tone. Did I know I wanted to grab midnight? We're gonna use midnight, I wanted a black. So we're going to emphasize some of these areas that are overlapped. We're gonna give that little bit of contrast to the different layers. Honestly, when I was drawing this, I think her hair was my favorite part. But I'm loving the way these color palettes worked out. But that's the nice thing about doing pencil over the marker is then you can go in and kind of refine it a little bit. So like on each individual section, I'm adding a little bit of black to give it a bit of dimension. And I think that'll turn out real nice. I may even do like a little bit of leather on top if it ends up being a little bit too brown. But the whole idea is we're kind of emulating a main color. And not M-A-I-N, I can't talk, M-A-N-E. Ooh, really, Marilyn? I'm trying to hold off on those teenage years as long as I can, man. As long as I can. I was actually okay as a teenager. It wasn't until I hit college that I hit my stride. Enough so that when I was like 28 or something, I called my parents and I was like, I'm sorry I was such a turkey, but isn't that the circle of life? Like, at some point, every child calls their parents, you know, as long as they're in a good relationship with them, you know, but calls their parents and be like, yeah, so you were right, I was wrong. The little bit of validation that parents get when their kids finally discover how it all truly works. Okay, so we're just using that midnight. Oh, nice, Heather. Very quiet. Yeah, see, I was always, as nobody here that knows me is surprised, extremely extroverted as a child. Still am. So yeah, I don't think it surprises anyone that this is what I'm doing now. But I was just, you know, I was they've got those different personality types. I'm like the golden retriever and the otter. So I'm just like fun loving, you know, want to be everybody's friend, doesn't like conflict. Oh, nice, Sigrid. Like if we all just like one big party, actually to a point. I'm an extroverted introvert now, so I don't necessarily get recharged by large groups, but I mean, you know, one-on-one coffee with a friend, I'm all about it. Like, heck yeah. And also, while I'm at it, I'll spill my whole life story because I have a tendency to do that. Again, no one here is surprised. I meet other adults and I'm just like, oh, so by the way, I'm gonna word vomit all over you. Oh wait, we don't say that. Sorry, I'm gonna word strawberry all over you. Oh no, September's theme is strawberries. Not those kind of strawberries. Okay. A little bit more of that black. Definitely an introvert, yeah. You know, it's funny, like I have friends that are like that. There was a girl I went to high school with, and she was always very shy, very introverted. But as adults, we got back in touch online, and we had been chatting and everything, and I kind of forgot how introverted she was. And then we actually got together and hung out, and like the conversation just halted, and I was just like, oh right, I remember now. Okay, I did like half of that. Oh, you know what we should do? Here, what was this one? This was that chalk tone. Let's do her eyebrows here. Of course, a lion doesn't exactly have eyebrows, but we're making it work. There we go. Okay, so she's getting a little bit of glare here, but look, she's not super yellow anymore. So what I'll do is I will finish off her hair and maybe touch up a few spots on her face. But then when we work on her again, we're gonna do this piece here. We'll do her crown and the background, so we'll still have plenty to do. But yeah, I'm really excited with how she's turning out. And what I might actually do, because I really wanted to get her at some point on a reel. Oh, you know what we need to do? Do I have, no, I don't have my white paint pen out. I'll need to, oh wait, you know what? I can use the silver. Where did it go? I just had it, there it is. Not doing it, Ev. I won't do it. Okay, hang on. We're gonna use this silver paint pen for her eyes. Because I really liked how much it stood out. Now, I don't know, maybe it's not quite as bright as I wanted it to. I swear it was brighter on the last page that we did. All right, well, once that dries, I'll probably put white over it and fix the highlights in her eyes, because I don't like that. But anyway, yeah, so we'll work on this and we'll do her background and her crown and everything when we come back. And then I will, like I said, I'll probably do a reel doing the other side of her hair. But I'm really liking it. This has been one of my favorite ones, honestly. I took a break from portraits for next month because I did like a little poll and everything, and people are like, portraits not my favorite. And I want to make sure that I'm being all inclusive and everything. Put them away, please. I make no promises, Evelyn. No promises. All right, let's go ahead and pause the music. All right, let's turn that back up. Let's pull up some words on stream. Look, it's 10 o'clock. That's perfect timing. Okay. I need a snack after this. I'm hungry again. Worked up my appetite. All right. You can get the link. Pop over to our games. Okay, and then we're gonna go here. Okay. Confession, Ev. So you know how I have all these loose pencils and cups and everything? It's because one of those 3-tiered carts. My pencils aren't necessarily messy. They're just not put away. So imagine a cart full of jars and cups and boxes with pencils everywhere. Some of them, like the Black Widows, you know, were brands sorted. Sorry. Oh my god. Thanks everyone. Sounds good, Sigrid. All right. Gonna work? Well, Ev, look, if you want to, you can fly down to Texas and come bring my pencils. If I really want to torture you, at some point I'll take a picture of my chaos. The office really isn't messy. It's just I haven't put the pencils away. There's all these cups everywhere. Sorry. Okay. All right. I should probably help. Let's see. Bone, War Zone, Bronze. Let's see. Born, yep. Boar, there we go. Robe. Zone. Is there another, maybe Roan? That's all caps. Roan? Okay, should I, unless somebody else has done it, I'm gonna, there's, little Emily is not here for this one. I'm gonna test it, just see if it's the word we're missing for the 5-letter word. There's honestly not, yep, there it is. There it is. I'm going to heck, I tell you. Shield your eyes, everyone. Shield your eyes. It's adult coloring, we're in for a ride. Oh my gosh. I know it, Angela. I took one for the team, all right? I took one for the team. Did we really need the points for that word? Probably not. Probably not. But hey, skip 3 levels and now it's gone. Because we're definitely not recording this and saving this for the entire internet to look at. There's a QU. Aqua. No, because there's not another. Well, aqua. There we go. Aqua. Okay, so the Q is K. What about adequate? Okay, so what do we have? A fake. Oh no, there are no fake letters. It's all actually there. Okay, never mind. Equated. Equated. What about duet, date, quad? Means there's another Q one. Q-U-E-D? No, because it'd be, well, it could, teed. Oh yeah, I guess T comes after Q. Lucy, you are on a roll. Etude. What does etude mean? Like, I know it's not the word, but when I hear the word etude, I think etude. Data, perfect. See, you guys don't need me. I'm just over here putting in the dirty words for the game. Oh my goodness. All right, continue. I'm gonna drink water. Right now we're at the fake letters. Okay, so turn, it's right there. Awesome, Lucy. What about tuner? Tuner, okay, so hunter, there we go. All right, so fake V, the word hunt, H-U-N-T, hurt. There we go, hunt. Perfect. Let's see, what about ruin? R-U-N-E? I think that's a word. Rent. Am I unlocked yet? No. Ruin. Woohoo! Okay, possibly a TH. We have then. I can't think of another TH that would use that. Okay, so maybe Did we do turn? Oh no, we did do turn. We're through. There we go. All right, skip through levels. We are rocking it tonight. Patty, number 1 overall. Very nice. There's a fake letter. Tarot. No, that's not right. Error. Oh, tarot cards is spelled with another T. That's what it is. Okay, orca. Carrot. Okay, so it is a fake N. A fake N. Okay, so cart. Ah, Lucy. I mean, good job. I am not competitive in any way, shape, or form. Absolutely not. Actor. Let's see. Cart. Is court a thing? Or am I thinking cord? Like C-O-R-D, but like I always think of like a cord of like wood. What are that? What's that called? Increments of large amounts of like firewood. Okay, roar. What about rote, maybe? Or roca, like almond roca. Taco. What about rocco? Let's see. Well, and we could have another R one. Rado. Rhoda, there we go. I had it backwards, but I was close. There's all these words I need to file away that are obscure, like ante, A-N-T-E. I always forget about that one. Look at Aspie number 1 for both. Very nice. Oh, well, that's a lot of letters. I'm gonna just try that one because I saw it. Okay, what about snug? I feel like there's a lot of options here. Round, okay. Sour. Oh, I wonder if the G is the fake letter. Oh! Surround. Oh, Ev, yeah, you got it too. We just missed an R. Okay, so it is a hidden U and a fake G. Hidden U, no. Yeah, hidden U, fake G, because there's 2 U's. Okay, sound, there you go. Yeah, Ev, you should have gotten the points for that one. Technically, you thought of it first. What about... Okay, so no G. Urns, there we go. Dour, D-O-U-R. Ah, there we go. Av! Too fast. Okay, so dour. What about dorn? Is dorn a word? Dons. There we go. Runs. Absurd. That's obscure. Gosh, well, at least we made the goal. It's weird because you'd think with so many letters, like, we would do great. Let's see. Duns. What about rods? Rods would totally have been a word. Rude. All right, Megan and Aspie, number 1. Huh. I immediately think expended, but that would use all the letters, and one of them's fake. This is why I have a hard time allowing little Emily to watch this, because, like, it's a little questionable. What about ended? Maybe it's another E. Oh, wait, it is another E. Oh, you guys are starting to get the post-coffee late-night delirium that I am laughing that hard at a potty word. Shield your eyes, Steve. I said shield your eyes. Oh my gosh. Neep. That's adorable. Ev, you are rocking on this one. Deep. What about P-E-D-E? Oh, Aspie, I was thinking that one, but I didn't want to say it out loud. I thought this was family friendly. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I don't have a face cam because my cheeks would be really red right now. I apologize if anyone's offended. I thought about doing it, but I was like, I did that last one. Like, clearly they're focused on a theme here. Realty. No, not realty. Okay, what about clear? There we go. Maybe try clearly. Maybe it's another L. Maybe it's a fake T. Oh, I can try it. Clearly. All right, yep, it's another L. Fake T. Fake T. We had another E. We could do celery. Let's see. Let's see. Fake T. Oh, recall. Oh, collar. Boom. I totally piggybacked off that one. Seller. Can't flip that one around. Huh. What about... Oh, really? There we go. What about artly? No, no T. Dang it. I'm making up words for words I can't even use. Do we do rally? R-A-L-L-Y? Yeah, there we go. Alley. Very nice. Early. Maybe another L. Maybe C-L-A-R-Y? Larry? Oh, that is a word! Haha! Alright, we cleared the board! Very nice. Skip 3 levels! Just a bit. Alright, the answers are hidden now. They're hidden now. So, 5 letters. So, I'm gonna try retell. Maybe it's a hidden E. Ooh, Patty did taller. Okay, so that means it's a fake D, no D. Okay, so what would go with tall? Let's see. Lucy did later. Yeah. Let's see, taller. What about staller? Not that I think that's a word. Okay, what about just stall? Okay, what else could go with letters taller? Hey, Steve! Stedler! Oh, Aspie. Literal. It's an I. Okay, so fake D, hidden I. Okay, so Sue did alter. Okay, so fake D. Steve did leader. What about, oh, what about the other spelling of leader? That one's kind of a gimme. Okay, what about, let's see, Aspie did retail. Okay, Sarah did alert. Let's see. Oh, literal was the one asked. Oh no, I knew that already because that did the I. It just didn't stick with me. What else could you spell with literal? Trial, trail, good. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we were close. We were so close. Womp womp. Okay, hang on. Let's turn this down for a second. I don't want to blare anyone's ears out when I turn the music back on. There we go. Ooh, it blared my ears out. All right, everyone. Thank you for spending a very chaotic evening with me. I'm so glad that we got so far in the page. We'll finish this on Wednesday. Like I said, I'll get caught up on the rest of her hair and her face, and then we will do I gotta figure out a name for this. I know there's a name for it. I can't think of it right now. I keep thinking headdress, but I know that's not right. So we're gonna do the background and this part and her crown. I'll see it's straight. It looks a little bit more white now. Anyway, on Wednesday, okay? So in the meantime, have a, oh, bird lady, hi bird lady. Yeah, it'll be super fun. It got a little chaotic. I had 7 p.m. coffee, which was brilliant because we had fun. But yeah, so have a fantastic weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe, at least to the best of your ability, because we know that's not the case for mine, because I'm always tripping over things. And I'll see you guys Wednesday morning. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Stay awesome. Bye.